Hey guys, what's up and welcome to Love Inspiry Space on the internet. If you are a single woman who wants to be married one day, or you're tired of entering pointless relationships yielding to no results, this is the video for you. So stick around and let's talk love. Hey guys, what's up? And for those who don't know, my name is Angie. I'm the founder of Love Inspiry, where our mission is to build more powerful, transparent, and durable relationships. Now, I hear a lot of women always talking about how they're never going to find this person, they're going to be single for the rest of their life, there's no fish in the sea, blah, blah, blah. And it irritates me when I hear women say this, because we have to start speaking positively about our relationships. We have to start speaking a life into what we want and what we desire. And by constantly telling yourself that you're going to be single for the rest of your life and there's nobody out there, you set yourself up in your mind to expect that, to go out and expect to not meet anybody, and your guard is always going to be up. So that's the first thing that I want to tell you real quick before we get into these tips. Start speaking positively over your relationship. Start speaking positive affirmations, y'all. That is the only way, well, one of the only ways that you will get to your desired destination when it comes to relationships and marriages. But we are here for dating to marry, dating with purpose, dating with intention. And this is what we're going to be talking about today. So I want to share 3 things to help you understand how to date for purpose. The first thing that I want to talk about is making sure that you are preparing yourself so you know what expectations to set forth in the relationship. A lot of us don't really know ourselves. We have no identity. We don't know what we want from a relationship. And when you go into relationships not knowing who you are, not knowing what you want, you don't set up expectations. You don't set up standards, and you end up accepting anything. And if you're honest with yourself, you've either been there before or you know somebody who is going through this. They're not really sure what value they bring. They're not really sure who they are as an individual. Maybe it was childhood trauma. Maybe it was some kind of incident or something that is withholding you from being the best that you can be. And I went through this as a young wife myself. I really didn't know who I was when I got married at 18. I suffered a lot. And it's one of the things that I wish I had really dealt with, because I know that it would have prevented a lot of issues, a lot of insecurities, a lot of uncertainties in my relationship. And I would have been able to handle conflict a little bit better. So make sure you are identifying, you know who you are. And this is something that I dig deep into on module 1 in the course that's coming out. Of course, you can get on the wait list for that. The link is in the bio, so you can click that and get on the wait list for my course, which I will talk more about towards the end, for single women that desire marriage one day.
Now, disclaimer, y'all.
This is only for people that desire marriage, that are dating with intent. Now, if you are not dating with intent, that's okay. This is not the video for you, but this is specifically for people that are dating with intent. You have to know who you are. You have to know what you want, so you can be able to talk about this with your significant other, so you can teach them how to love you, how to be concerned about you, what your boundaries are, what your triggers are, what you expect from the relationship. And like I said, you can't do that until you know you and what you desire from the relationship. The second thing you have to do for dating with purpose, dating to marry, is understand the stages of relationships. Now, I recently did a video talking about single until married and what does that even truly mean. And I know technically on paper you are single until married, but there are stages to relationships. There's that dating period. There's that phase where you're in a committed relationship, right? You may not be married, but you are dedicated to this person right now. And then you go into marriage. And the reason why this is important to understand is because when you don't understand the stages of relationships, you don't know what you should be discussing, right? So each individual stage, and we'll talk about this in the course, each individual stage of your relationship, you should be discussing some things to lead you to your ultimate purpose of marriage. The dating phase, right? It's just getting to know each other. It's like, okay, are you really worth my time? Do I really want to go the distance with you? That committed stage, okay, so you're knowing a little bit about this person, you're intrigued by this person, but now you want to dig into the logistics. Can I go the distance with you? Can we go next level to marriage? And then there's marriage, where you're constantly learning. I am coming up on 15 years of marriage, July 29th, 2021, and I still am learning every single day, learning new ways, as I always say, to communicate with my husband, to love him, to trust him, to do all these things. And I would be lying to you right now if I said once you get to a certain point in marriage that you stop learning. You're always going to be learning. So take that into consideration and understand the stages before you get into a relationship, so you know what you should be asking in what period. And the third thing that I want to talk about that I see a lot of women make mistakes with is keeping boundaries. Now notice, I did not say set boundaries, right? Because we know we need to set boundaries. That's with anybody, our parents, our siblings, our grandparents. We need to set boundaries. Our job, right? We know this. But here is the mistake I see most women make. They don't keep the boundaries. You have to be able to keep your boundaries when you are dating with purpose, when you are dating to marry. The reason is people are only going to take you as serious as you are. So if you say you're going to be celibate for 30 days, you better wait those 30 days. Not a day before and the day after. On day 31, then you can go get you some, girl. But within those 30 days, you need to stay back. Saying what you mean and meaning what you say is so key to getting people to understand that you mean business. You mean exactly what you are saying. You are serious about yourself. When you start joking and when you start saying that you are this way and you are that way, but you're showing something else, people are not going to take you seriously, and therefore they are going to think that they can play with you any kind of way. And that's not what you want to give off to a man or a woman when you are dating with purpose, when you are dating with intent to marry somebody. You have to be serious about your business. You have to be serious about what it is you're saying. If you know within your heart that you can't be celibate for 30 days, don't present that to somebody. Just go on out and have sex with them in 2 weeks. Like, don't do that, because you confuse them, and then when they get confused, that's when they start treating you just how you're presenting yourself as a confused individual. They just start treating you any kind of way. So in today's video, we talked about 3 short tips on how to date with purpose. And the first tip was to make sure that you are preparing yourself. In other words, make sure that you are identifying your identity, who you are as a person, so you know how to communicate your expectations to whoever it is you are dating or wanting to go longevity with. Number 2, we talked about understanding the stages of relationships and how this is important, because if you don't understand the stages, you aren't asking the proper questions to get you to your desired destination of marriage. You gotta start asking questions, that purposeful questions, meaningful questions, questions that are, as I always say in my classes sometimes, open-ended questions. These yes or no questions, they're not going to get you the answers that you are looking for. Open-ended questions, meaning, listen, what was your day like today? You know, instead of did you have a good day, where somebody could say yes or no. What was your day like? Okay, now I can describe to you. So these are kind of questions that you should be asking, open-ended, always. Never ask a yes or no question when you're trying to communicate and getting to know somebody. And the third thing we talked about is not just setting your boundaries, but most importantly, keeping those boundaries. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Now, I promised you guys I was going to tell you about my course that's coming out very, very soon. It is titled Preparing Me for Us. And it is for the single woman who is desiring a marriage one day. I felt like it was important for me to go back to the beginning. With all the trainings that I've been doing, I wanted to go back to the beginning because it was something that I felt I lacked, and I wanted to teach women just how to get in a groove of themselves, understanding themselves as an individual. And that's what this course dives into: patience, forgiveness, all of these things that involve only you, because we have to be whole as women in order to be whole in our relationship. We know this, but the thing is, what does that entail? What does that wholeness entail? And we'll talk about it all in that e-course coming to you very soon. But in the meantime, you can get on our wait list, which is in the link, like I said earlier, in the description below. I will have that there for you, where you can sign up and get a overview of what the course is like, and then updates here and out. And you never know, a special discount may pop up for you, sis. So stay tuned for that, guys. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Love Inspiry. We are also on TikTok right now, which I'm super duper excited about. You can follow us over there. And yeah, if you're not busy, subscribe to the channel. We just made it to 100. Took us forever, but we're here and we're happy about it. So you guys will be getting a bonus video from me this week just for that specific reason. So guys, I'll see you all in the next one. Have a blessed day. Love you guys. And the third thing, if you are this is what happens when you don't record for a while.